And again, we'll have to reestablish the butt area here as we go. Yeah, I like to have done this first before we got down to the feet and see how the pants fit. And that's the one thing about when you do these cutouts, like I said, you take one side and like a stone through a rock polisher and goes round and round. And each one, as you finish one, or think or work with one thing and see how it fits with the other, and vice versa. And let's commit to this. It's going to come up for so much. Leave it there so far. And we'll get in there. Careful, I can try to remember how the green was funny back here. Here's what you want to do. Now this is detailing. We'll have to come back and probably fix it later, but in case this is good enough, is we want to add a little twist here. And add this little twist. Here we go. It might end up being a little thinner. Make sure it goes around. And see how that coat kind of comes out a little bit. Let's see, it's a good angle here. And of course, then you'd be doing your undercut and adding shadow. We'll do that later. But it's kind of like one of those things I better tell you now, just in case if I forget. And then I want to shape this a little more, make sure it goes around the way I would just fix the back. And it goes under the arm. And of course the arm. And we'll commit to this. And I just want to kind of stop here, with the exception of more shaping of the arm by shaping the back. This is what I want to do. Right, now that I'm fairly comfortable with this, with the exception of the drum, make sure the drum comes to an end. In other words, the drum ends as the leg begins. All right, well, I want to go to the back. Like I said, I want to get to the head, but before I get to the head, let me get to the foot quickly here. Now, it is a drape over the shoe kind of a thing. And I want to fix the shoe a little bit more, a little more flatter. Reshape the shoe one more time. Now we'll still come back with detailing, cleaning up. I just want to make sure that we are, oh, God, I did it again, except on the side. But we still got some. Finger out of the way. So we are getting there. Let's see, this is the straight on foot. He's starting to turn a bit. I better get it back to straight on. And getting him turned a bit. I want to take off a good chunk of this stuff here. Oops. Okay, and a little more this way to turn it a bit more. A little more cleaning of the leg. Finger out of the way. You know, I don't know about me, but I'm kind of a guy that if I slip and hit my hand that has the glove on, and the glove, and you ruin the glove, but you get in there and you still get some bleeding. I'm more upset ruining the glove than the, I mean, you're just bleeding, you just put a Band-Aid on, and but the glove is supposed to help from really hurting your hand. It's hard to get, how do we get in there? I got some tools to get into funny and wacky places, but I don't think. Oops. Okay, we're getting there. Except for this little sliver. Little chip is in the way here. Oops, wrong way. Okay, I just want to get rolling here onto the feet, I think. Take another swipe of that. All right, I think a little more shape, because the feet are going to be shaped a little bit more when we put in, again, this is the straight one. See how I got that? Erase that there, because I want this to be straighter. And we're being invaded by the cat again. Where, Ethel, you are in the way. That's the other thing. I get into carving, and when the cats or other people are doing things, I somewhat ignore and keep going. I just want to keep carving, and you got to deal with something. You got to deal with things. Like I said, it's not turning the way I wanted it. In other words, if there's extra shoe, I would point it in the direction that it should be going. Oops. Yeah, I guess a little bit more of cutting off what I... Okay, I gotta be careful here. Now I gotta go this way. Oh, this is kind of dangerous. This is dangerous, but it's the way the blasted wood is going. Okay, anyways. Now here, Ethel, get out of here now. We're gonna, you know what, you're out here. You're on my picture. Go on now. Go on now. You're on my picture. Yeah, this kind of flops down like this. And now some like to either go straight down, like flop it down. Others like to kind of do this and go straight. Others like to go straight down. I like, because this is, he's way down there. So we'll go way down there. So V-tool. Now we're going to twist the V-tool away from the pants, because the pants is going to come over the foot. Well, this is the funny one, so I might have to go straight up and down to watch this. The funny leg. Careful. Ooh, I can feel. I'm going to take a big hunk off of that. All right, have I gone all the way around? And have I gone in here? Just going to clean it a little bit. So there. Now, we will take the knife, stop cut, put the shoe inside the pant leg. Oh, what was that? I think I pulled my foam core up. Yeah, this is the one that goes out, so. And then round. And I'm going to do this rounding of the foot while I'm at it here. This is the kind of the old cowboy. It still makes sense because you want to see how that kind of, whoops, curves like this. Okay, other foot. I guess while I'm at it, curve the foot right here while I'm on it. While my cat plays with my knives, which is not. Now I got to be careful. This is the one that will snap off, so I got to be very careful. You know, cat, you're going to grab the wrong side, wrong end there. No, here, you get here, no. It's funny until somebody gets hurt. All right, then what we want to do, as soon as we clean this a bit, I want to go down, like I said, I want to go down to the shoe. Then we're going to do one of these, a couple of these. Just starting on a couple of these. Let's just do one each for now. Come back later. I just want to commit to that, and I think everything will move. Oops, a little bit more. Take that away. Or I probably could have used it. All right. Now, before we do anything else on that, he still looks like he's got pajama bottoms. Let's clean this a little bit. Find out where the knee is. Well, that's going to be quite a bit different where I'm starting to lose from the picture here. The picture's a little bit mostly caricature, or somewhat caricature, but more realistic. So you take some license, as long as it still looks good. And that's where the knee bends. Bend the knees. Oh, scratch. Put knife down when you scratch your eyebrow. If you learned something today, it's that. I think this should be a little lower. Again, more cleanup later as we go. Now here's what we want to do in the front. Now the knee is right about here. So we figure that as the highest point, and so what we want to do, first we do a little bit like this on the sides. And then right about where the knee should, we're going to scoop below it. And scoop a little bit above it. I think, let me clean this. I think I should have cleaned, there we go. It's just a hint of a knee. Just as long as we don't go in. I think let's try the other. This thing has more meat on it versus. Clean all of this off. Let's try this again. That's the funky side where things will pop off. So a little bit on this side. And a little bit on this side. I think we still need more digging. Just a little bit. And that's why we have all this extra here. Now we can see the knee. Oh, it's blue jay o'clock. And then just a little bit more of this in the front. It's just a hint of a knee. That one turned out a little better. Okay, like I said, there's a lot of this and that, and like I said, I kind of committed to. I want to say committed. That's where that arm is going to go. I think I still need a little more work to see. I think he's still. This is where the sleeve is. One of the things I neglected to tell you when you're doing the arm is put this, even though this is a detail, but it does give you direction. Oops. It helps give you direction. Because what happens now, you're rounding this and you're rounding this. But like I said, I'll leave that there. I do want to get into the head. At least get started. I mean, everything is starting, with the exception of the hands, where the hands are going to be, he's looking pretty good, except he's got that big head. Now, here's what I want to be careful of. Let's get this, I'm failing in some spots. I mean, he's got his, this is more a caricature because the head is going to have to be changed. The neck is correct. I mean, where the neck is, now let's just do a quick clean here. That's where his chin is going to be. We are committed to that because of the, so before we commit to the head, let's make sure we clean the bottom here. Now the thing that's very interesting, get out of there, gonna fly this. I mean, is that some people like to carve inside out. And I like to do basically, outside in. I'm sorry, they would shape the head and keep going until they find the nose. But me, I'm more interested to know where that nose is. A lot of this is going to go away. Now he's going to have the kepi hat. A lot of fixing and futzing. And the hat is basically, oh, where's mine? This one here. Now, he has his hat up. So he's got his hat. Now, I probably could have Junior would have his hat up. And so the kepi is almost straight up like this, but it comes up at an angle. But if he has the head down, so in other words, where it's just at the nose, where the nose is here, then that kepi is going to come down like this. This is going to be almost level, and then this is going to head down. And some of them are really flat, but I just want to have a simple. And you'll notice that it's almost like a sort of a pyramid kind of a thing. But I want to zero in on his head, and I think, like I said, I have given him much more wood than I should here. Like I said, your pattern should reflect more what's right. So if you bear with me, and I'm showing you this is if you have a block of wood, but if you look at the head, and if we do the nose here, no, he might be all right. According to this picture, if you put his nose would be on the belly, because he's kind of bent back a little bit now. So we got to cut some of that off. Or cut some of that back, rather. Okay. I have to get this back here. Like, even though I am sure this would probably be a good time for a power tool right there. Right here is where, oops, where are you? Right there is where it is hard with the, I gotta be careful now. I'm cutting close to in the direction of my hand there, other hand. Yeah, right here, it is. I'd like to take the power tool to that. Okay, again, he's got to be looking in that direction, and we got to round. The head a little bit. Now, I'm going to go and take, since there's a lot more, since his head is as wide as his shoulder, I'm going to take some of this off. Watch the shoulder.